Despite the assurance, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has rallied the leaders of 5 southern states to come together today to blunt the NDA's delimitation sword that he claims is, quote, hanging over southern states, unquote. The idea was to in fact invite everybody, but so far, viewers, his appeal has been restricted to rallying first to test perhaps waters all the southern Tamil Nadu based parties. And viewers, today under the aegis of M.K. Stalin, all but 3 of these political parties met and they passed a resolution. And in the words of M.K. Stalin, this is what the resolution stood for, and I quote, "We unanimously rejected the parliamentary constituency delimitation process expected to take place in 2026. The freeze on delimitation based on the 1971 population census, which extends until 2026, should be extended for the foreseeable future. Delimitation will undermine political representation rights of Tamil Nadu and other South Indian states. It will weaken Tamil Nadu and be a threat to India's federal structure," unquote. This is what, viewers, M.K. Stalin said all these political parties, save for 3, which includes the BJP, viewers, have resolved. But a close examination of the arguments being made by the DMK reveals inconsistencies that expose its latent hypocrisy on seat delimitation. First, the DMK is a big votary of the, quote, "Jitni abadi utna hak," unquote, Rahul Gandhi line that has led it to support a caste census. But if DMK believes in proportional representation for caste-based reservations, why does it oppose fair seat allocation based on population growth? Fundamental question, viewers. Second, if DMK is truly against unfair seat allocation, why hasn't it made a case for internal seat redistribution within Tamil Nadu itself? Chennai has 3.5% of Tamil Nadu's population but gets 5 out of the 39 Lok Sabha seats, which is 13%. While rural areas with heavy populations like Ramanathapuram and Virudhunagar are underrepresented in the state assembly as well as in the Lok Sabha views. DMK will be aware that Tamil Nadu's economic prospects have also benefited from the cheap labor of economic migrants from the north. To now suddenly dismiss the people who bent their backs to bring prosperity to the south as antagonists reeks of selective parochialism. In fact, in that meeting, viewers, Kamala Hassan, superstar, comes out and says that, you see, we are against this entire concept because what the centre wants to do is to turn India into Hindia, some sort of Hindi belt India. There are many, not least the opposition BJP, that slammed the DMK government today, viewers. K. Annamalai, BJP state president, has come out and said, and I quote, "The fear of delimitation affecting the southern states is imaginary," unquote. Malini Parthasarthi, a media mogul, has come out and said it's regrettable that the Chief Minister and his government are pushing this chauvinistic campaign beyond rational limits, unquote. Viewers, but the DMK's stance on delimitation isn't surprising. For a while now, it has been flirting with sub-nationalism, soft separatism, call it what you want, to play to the electoral galleries in the state. Stalin even resurrected the Dravida Naidu concept, viewers, in March 2018 in Erode. And he said, quote, "It is welcome and it will happen, I believe. We hope such a situation arises," unquote. Can you believe it, viewers? He wants to carve out Dravida Naidu from the Indian mainland. A. Raja, DMK MP, July 2022 said, "I'm telling Amit Shah and the Prime Minister with utmost humility, I implore you in the presence of our leaders on the dais, which included our Chief Minister, is journeying on the path of Anna, C.N. Durai, former Chief Minister and DMK founder. Do not push us on the path of Periyar. Do not make us seek a separate country, give state autonomy, and we will not rest till then, unquote. May 2022, viewers, Stalin hugged Pararivalan, one of the 7 convicts in the assassination of the former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi at Chennai airport. Who was leading that conspiracy, viewers? It was the LTTE that wanted a separate Tamil homeland carved out of Sri Lanka and a greater Elam. December 2024, the Supreme Court expressed concern over DMK leader Senthil Balaji being reinstated as minister in the MK Stalin-led government shortly after it granted him bail in a money laundering case, almost thumbing a nose, viewers, at the courts of this country. In 2014, then DMK-led government shut down several Telugu medium and Urdu medium schools, forcing students to study in Tamil. In 2023, DMK favors uniform exams for Tamil Nadu students but opposes a national level common test like NEET. These hard facts trigger some basic questions. Has DMK put regionalism above nationalism for votes? Is DMK's opposition to delimitation at one with its growing flirtation with hard parochialism? Can the DMK explain why the facts don't justify its fear-mongering over delimitation? Viewers, let's have an informed debate tonight, a meaty one. Let's get to this issue with cool and composed minds. This sensitive issue striking at the heart of India's unity, and we shouldn't take these issues lightly. Let's not trivialize with rhetoric. Let's put the hard facts. Dr. Raman, I want to ask you, this entire all-party meet today in the state of Tamil Nadu, attended by all parties barring 3, including, of course, the BJP that didn't show up and 2 of its allies or parties that basically don't agree with Mr. Stalin. Is this an attempt to put regionalism over nationalism? Because the facts, as you know, when it comes to this argument about delimitation and Tamil Nadu losing out, etc., in the numbers, it's not quite adding up.
Rahul, it adds up very well. The state cannot, no state should be penalized for having successfully followed the policies which it was asked to by the center. Family planning was one such policy which was pursued by multiple governments over decades. Tamil Nadu has done extremely well in reducing the fertility rate in the state, as has Kerala and as have the other southern states as well. This whole argument that you gave that, Tamil Nadu has benefited from migrant labor, you made it look as if, the migrant laborers who are coming from different states were doing Tamil Nadu a favor. If there were millions of jobs available in the Hindi belt states, perhaps they would not have needed to migrate. So let's be very clear. There are jobs being created in Tamil Nadu, and there are people from different parts of the country who are coming there to work. So this is not like, that the Hindi belt states are doing like some kind of favor to Tamil Nadu. Now let's be very clear. I am hardly a person who will voice out any sympathy for the DMK. Having said that, let's be very clear, delimitation is not, in its present form, is unacceptable not just to the DMK. It is unacceptable to almost all political parties barring the BJP in all the southern states. Let Mr. Chandrababu Naidu come out and say he supports delimitation in its present form. You will not find him, despite the fact that he is an ally of the NDA and the government survives because of him. No political party barring the BJP in southern India can come out and say that they support delimitation in its present form. It means losing their representation.
So Doctor,
manner.
You're talking about representation, etc., for 50 years.
Yes.
There has been no delimitation in the sense that it hasn't been fixed to any current census. There was a freeze during the Vajpayee era.
Yes.
That was brought in till 2026, which has been invoked today again by Mr. Stalin. All these years, some states like Gujarat that have the same number of people willy-nilly now over a period of 50 years as Tamil Nadu have 28 seats. No, sir, please, let's not play now around with the
population is more than a crore less.
Okay,
more than a crore less.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
more than a crore less.
That is not correct.
So, okay, to 2 seats, 1 seat, okay, at the max, right? I'm talking about parity. a large number of individuals, obviously, if Gujarat only has 28 and Tamil Nadu has 39 seats, give them 2 more seats, it's okay. Let there be 30 seats. They are still 9 short. That means there is an inequity.
Population
You look at one
cannot
second, sir.
be.
Just one
I'm
second,
sorry.
sir. No, Dr.
Population
Raman,
alone
let me finish.
cannot be the basis.
Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. Then, Mr. Stalin talks about jitni abadi utna hak, which means that people should get their due according to their population. This is the exact translation, literal translation. I'm sure you understand this because it was a slogan popularized by Rahul Gandhi, the DMK's close associate and ally. In fact, the Congress party supports the DMK in the state of Tamil Nadu. Where is that commitment now gone? Jitni abadi utna hak?
No. Excuse me. As far as the delimitation exercise is concerned, at multiple states points of time, various governments have voiced their opposition to it.
No, I'm asking you, I'm talking about the principle today. The centre has voiced its opposition, his opposition to this principle being blindly followed, jitni abadi utna hak. You know this. Do you not know this?
No.
You know this. So I'm asking you, how is the DMK today? And therefore I'm saying the facts are not adding up.
Because
They talk about
Tamil
jitni abadi utna hak when it suits them, but when it comes to
Tamil Nadu
alienating,
already has a
antagonizing
form
the
of
north, look, I am not here. Let me
Tamil
make it very
Nadu
clear.
already has a form of
Okay,
that.
Dr.
Rahul. They
Raman,
already
I
have
want to make it very
69%
clear.
reservation.
I am for,
The rest of the
I am
country has
also for,
50%.
yes sir, let me just make it clear. I am also for an equitable distribution of seats across the length and breadth of this country according to the virtues that have been demonstrated by various states. But the point is, viewers, you cannot pick and choose when you want to apply the jitni abadi utna hak principle. You have to be consistent. You can't say it applies for SC, STs, but doesn't apply for South Indians and North Indians.
Rahul, you're not listening to me.
Okay,
it
sir,
already
please.
exists in Tamil Nadu,
Right.
69% versus
Viewers,
50% for the rest of the country.
Then what
May
is the
not
problem?
be
Then what is the
fully
problem?
jitni
How is it
abadi
that Mr.
fully.
Stalin has no problems? How is it that Mr. Stalin has no problems with Chennai, which has 3.5% of Tamil Nadu's population, which gets 5 out of the 39 Lok Sabha seats? How does he have no problem with this?
Chennai does not have 3.5%. I don't know. You're sounding more and more like Donald Trump.
Okay. So
Chennai
Donald
has
Trump,
much
13%
more
of the
than
seats.
3.5%.
Okay. Viewers.
I'm sorry, more than
Viewers.
it is closer to 10 to 12%.
Right, 10
I'm
to
sorry.
12. Okay. Viewers, everyone is wrong. Please look up the statistics, viewers.
Chennai's population is
Let me bring in
more-
BJP
Chennai's
national
population is more
spokesperson.
than 70 lakhs.
Right.
It is close to 10%
Yes,
of the
sir.
state's population.
Let's reduce everybody because it doesn't suit your argument. I'm quoting facts here, sir. Please correct me on facts. Please bring out the facts. Many times, Dr. Raman, you have contradicted me on facts and fallen flat.
Don't Google it. Don't believe me.
I don't
Whoever
Google, sir.
watches
I
the
don't
show,
go by Google.
please
Google is a
it.
whole. No. If you Google, sir, and you're
Go to
pulling
the
out
official
statistics by
government of
Google,
Tamil Nadu
then, sir,
Get the data.
I'm sorry. Google is not reliable. Please go to the census data. Please check the census data. Anyhow, let me just bring it.
Government website and
Okay,
get the data.
viewers, if I pick up one particular point which undermines the DMK argument, look at the hullabaloo. I picked up Gujarat, they said, no, it's 2 crores. Okay, fine, 2 crores. One more seat. But look at the disparity. You look at Uttar Pradesh, viewers. You look at Uttar Pradesh. The number of times more people in Uttar Pradesh than in Tamil Nadu. But UP only has roughly double the number of seats than Tamil Nadu. Isn't that bizarre? And for 50 years, everyone is okay with this. So the vote of a North Indian sitting in Uttar Pradesh is 1/4, 1/5 the power of the vote of the person sitting in Tamil Nadu, and that is okay with these people. That is fine. And they want to perpetually freeze this inequity. And they talk about, viewers, equity, social justice. It doesn't sound very good. Anyhow, let me just bring in the BJP national spokesperson. Dr. Raman has advanced some arguments here. How do you see them?
Good evening, Rahul, and to all my other fellow panelists and your audience. First thing, with regard to the DMK raising the delimitation issue, the timing is very, very dubious. The timing is very, very deceptive. And the reason is that DMK is indulging in a desperate, divisive, diversionary drama to cover up the colossal failures on all fronts. They're trying to cover up the disastrous, dismal Dravida misrule and misgovernance of the last 4 years. This is very, very clear. They want a diversion, they want to deflect, they want to distract attention, law and order. And look at what DMK has done in the last 3 years. Tamil Nadu has 8.3 lakh crore debt, highest state in the country. And they're talking about a Dravida model. They want to take the attention of the people away. Now you will ask why so many people participated. The AIADMK was very clear. They said today that it is a drama being enacted by the DMK government saying that they are only fighting for the rights, and they went there knowing this was bunkum just to show that they were there so that they won't play into the hands of the DMK. Now let me ask this very clearly. Mr. Stalin spoke very eloquently today. Why doesn't Mr. Stalin muster up the courage to call Mr. Rahul Gandhi and ask him about Jitni Abadi Utna Haq? The Chief Minister Stalin said there is a sword hanging. So Jitni Abadi Utna Haq, which is rights proportional to population, is it a garland of flowers for the people of Tamil Nadu? No. Mr. Stalin should muster up the courage and ask Rahul Gandhi, because Rahul Gandhi's own southern states ruled by the Congress in Telangana and Karnataka have opposed rights proportional to population in the context of delimitation. So the Congress is a caucus of confusion. They are ideologically bankrupt, and the DMK should ask Rahul Gandhi to back off from Jitni Abadi Utna Haq in the context of delimitation. If Rahul Gandhi does not back up, he does not withdraw, let Mr. Stalin. He says he is concerned about the 8.4 crore to 5 crore people of Tamil Nadu. For the sake of the people of Tamil Nadu, let him break his alliance with the DMK. With the Congress, let the DMK snap its ties with the Congress party if Rahul Gandhi doesn't give up his claim on Jitni Abadi Utna Haq. That is the functional question today. Never has the BJP said it will be according to this formula, and the Prime Minister very clearly said in 2023 when Rahul Gandhi raised his claim of Jitni Abadi Utna Haq, he said the Congress is trying to cheat the people of the southern states, and the Honorable Prime Minister said the Congress is trying to render great and grave injustice to the people of the southern states. He had warned. And now Stalin has to ask Rahul Gandhi, and the chief ministers of Karnataka and Telangana have to ask Rahul Gandhi.
Yes.
How will Rahul Gandhi give up his claim of rights proportional to population? That is the functional question. The Home Minister made it amply clear when he visited Coimbatore, and he very clearly said that the Modi ji's government in Lok Sabha had very clearly said there is not going to be any change, and this is not happening tomorrow. This is going to happen after census. And Rahul, people who are informed here, there are senior people like Rajagopalanji who know that the DMK is very good at doing drama and doing scripts, which is what they're doing now, and they're fear mongering, trying to instill fear. There has been no delimitation, there has been no census yet, and after
there has been no census, there has been there has only been an assurance from Amit Shah. Mr. Kesavan, correct me if I'm wrong, and I want to bring you in on also the second part. It's not just about delimitation and the number of seats in parliament, it's also about language. Today out of the meeting comes out Mr. Kamal Hassan, Tamil Nadu superstar, South superstar, and he comes out and says what? Oh, we are being converted into Hindia. A Hindi India.
Let me ask one straight question. I think Rajagopalanji is a very senior journalist. He'll fact check whether this is correct or wrong. I think one remembers in 2004, when a nephew of DMK patriarch Karnataka was made a union minister, they asked him, why is he being made a union minister? Is it dynastic preference? No, he said he knows Hindi. That's why he was made a union minister. This was on record.
No, in Erode, there have been campaign material that has been published by the DMK in Hindi.
Rahul, they are saying they made somebody union minister from the family because he knows Hindi.
Yes,
and this is the hypocrisy of this party. And the DMK, they talk about state rights. They were a part of the UPA. They kept quiet. It was the Congress government which moved language from the state to concurrent list during the horrendous emergency through the 42nd Amendment. During 2004 to 14, did the DMK question them and move it back to the state list? No. They are doing a politics of convenience, and the people of Tamil Nadu are watching. They know this is a bogey, and they will outrightly reject them.
Viewers, I want to bring in Manasvi Thapar. Dr. Raman is still there. Senior journalist is also there with us. Mr. Rajagopalan, he's listening to it, years and years of experience. But let me just bring in Manasvi Thapar. Manasvi Thapar, what is going on? Jitni Abadi Utna Haq, the Congress, the AAP, the India Bloc, the Samajwadi Party, the RJD, everyone quiet about Hindi. Hindi is being pulverized. Sanskrit should be eliminated. And you have nothing to say about this, Manasvi Thapar.
Rahul, see, the delimitation debate has to be...
No, 1 second. First, hang on. Let's go step by step, please. Do you know anything about the delimitation debate, sir? Do you know anything that has been said by the government that makes you believe that the government is not interested, I'm talking about the centre, is not interested in an equitable distribution of seats? Do you know the formula? Yes, no?
We have a debate and government has not come out with a formula.
So,
but
if he hasn't come out with a formula, what is Stalin doing in this massive... No, 1 second.
So why
if
are
the
we
government
debating?
has said...
We should not have this debate.
No, I'll tell you why
are we
it's
debating?
important. I'll tell you why. Because
You were
we should
questioning
not
that this
allow
debate should
viewers...
not
No, 1
happen.
second.
And
We
you are
cannot...
calling all four
Just
of
1
us for
second.
debate.
Mr. Thapar, you asked me a question. Let me answer the question. If you think it's illogical, you can correct me. Viewers, if someone comes out and says that the centre is dividing us and is formulating a plan to pit southern states against northern states, create a fissiparous tendency in this country, do you think it's not the job of the media to call this out if it's disinformation? Do you know what kind of fault lines will be set in stone? The antagonisms that will build up over time because of fakery? Are we allowed in this country to give a free pass to fakery? If so, sir, then you're right. We should not have this debate, Mr. Thapar. If there should be a free run for every fake narrative to prevail, which will pit people against people, then, sir, you win. I will rest my case.
First of all, Rahul, our country is not so fragile by a statement of a leader or an actor that it is going to fight, or there is divides are going to be created, or lines are going to be created.
Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten,
we are
sir?
not so fragile.
Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten partition?
You're not allowing me to
Have
speak.
you forgotten partition? Have you forgotten what happened in Kashmir recently?
Partition happened.
30 years back.
Happened after independence.
What happened in Kashmir, sir? Where there was another de facto partition, where people were kicked out, Hindus were kicked out on the basis of what? Fear mongering, rumors.
So are you saying in today's time and age and internet and social media, our country can be divided? Are you saying
Of
our
course.
people are so foolish?
Don't you see what is happening in the West? Don't you see what happened in Bangladesh?
So do you think India is so fragile?
Sir, India is not fragile.
That fear-mongering is not happening
if they are told a lie 100 times,
people are not so foolish.
If
people are not so
sir,
fearful.
look, listen to me.
Let's not doubt our people.
Then are the netas foolish? Then Mr. Thapar, are the netas foolish? Are the netas foolish? Why are these netas meeting?
So government should come out with this. What
government has come out and said that it will be on a pro rata basis.
Rahul, let me make a statement. You have invited me, so let me make my statement. What CR has said is very valid. The government does not have a formula. They have not created a formula. They should come out in open that there is no population formula as of now, and we should rest our case. And the idea is, see, if what you are saying is completely right. UP is having 24 crores of population. Tamil Nadu is having around 8 crores of population. The matrix does not add up. They should have a better number of representation in Lok Sabha, Uttar Pradesh. But we also have to see the GDP contribution. The contribution of UP is 9.2% and contribution of Tamil Nadu is 9.1%. So the metrics of delimitation has to be as per 2025. We have to, and the all-party meeting should not have been called by DMK. It should have been called by BJP. And if there is a fear-mongering done by DMK,
let me ask you, sir,
that should be called out
let me
by
ask
BJP.
You, do you believe that Hindi is being imposed in the South through the NEP three-language policy, yes or no?
No, I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. So viewers, why are these Tamil Nadu politicians coming together and saying that there is Hindi imposition? And why then, if he doesn't believe it and he represents some of the northern-based parties like the AAP, etc., and the Congress point of view, then why are the leaders of the Congress party so deathly silent, viewers? If someone is spreading fake news on the three-language Hindi formula, if someone is coming out and saying we are being turned into Hindia, Mr. Rajagopalan, what do you think is going on here?
DMK is facing much anti-incumbency in Tamil Nadu. As Mr. Kesavan, the spokesperson of the BJP, has said categorically, I tell you, BJP will lose the DMK will lose tremendously bad in 2026 elections. The law and order situation. And second thing, Rahul, much before the marriage, you are naming your child. There is no delimitation. There is no delimitation commission. There is no announcement in the parliament. It is all imaginary. It's a fakery, as you exactly put it. Second, your editorial is very comprehensive. You asked about Madras, Chennai Parliament constituency and Ramanathapuram. Why should Mr. Stalin discriminate with Coimbatore and Ramanathapuram? That should be made question of the contention. Mr. Stalin is doing a dabbling in a drama, bilkul, as Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy's party AIADMK has categorically said. It's a drama diversionary tactics. And second thing, the tremendous amount of impact on Annamalai and the BJP's influence. Day before yesterday, Mr. Amit Shah clarified this, and tomorrow he is again going to Tamil Nadu, Mr. Amit Shah. He will again clarify it. Why should create this type of bogey? And you also said in 3 days, Mr. Chief Minister Stalin has changed his contentions. Today he says for delimitation, you must get birth more children.
Yes.
So it will happen after 18 years. Even if a child is born next week, it will have to wait for 18 years. That means in 2044. What does Mr. Stalin say? He has been properly not briefed. 3 chief election commissioners have said it in Tamil Nadu. The delimitation process will start in 2031 or much later than that. But DMK, to protect themselves from the anti-incumbency, they are doing this drama.
Okay, Dr. Raman, let's talk about a little bit of hypocrisy on this language issue. Mr. Manasvi Thapar has said he doesn't agree with the people in the south, especially these political parties who are making a huge big shindig about Hindi imposition. Now today, Mr. Stalin and some of his cohorts have come out and said that Sanskrit is a dead language. If that was the case, sir, the BJP has put out some facts. They have said that the allocation for the development of Sanskrit between 2006 and 2014 was 675.3 crores for Sanskrit. For Tamil, it was 75 crores. And at that time, the DMK, which was sitting in the government's lap at the center, didn't say a thing. At that time, it wasn't interested in safeguarding Tamil and calling out Sanskrit in a dead language. There are many other examples. Should I bring out more examples, sir?
No, there is no need, because everyone in Tamil Nadu, I don't know whether it applies to the rest of India, everyone in Tamil Nadu knows that this is a fixed match which is being played between DMK and BJP. DMK is doing this to double down on its core identity issues which relate to language and
I never thought you would say what I was saying since the morning.
I've been saying it for days, Rahul. Okay. This is a fixed match and
so
BJP loves it. 1 minute, let me finish, Rahul. BJP is playing the game along because it helps pit them as a major political player in Tamil Nadu and the principal opponent for the DMK. So that is why both of them together are playing a game and fooling the people of the state. And this is clear as crystal to anybody.
But sir, why is the Congress playing on? Why is the Congress playing along?
The Congress in Tamil Nadu is an extended arm.
I'm not talking about Tamil Nadu. Don't you think, sir, since we are being now told that social media is all over the place and people are so informed, the people in the north are not looking at this. Jitni abadi utna hak, betrayal. That the Congress today is colluding with DMK to go against this.
There is no betrayal. The Congress today is predominantly a party of southern India. So they need to protect their base.
So let's abandon all those people sitting in Uttar Pradesh that voted for the India Alliance in huge numbers in the last Lok Sabha. So they were taken for a ride. They were taken for a ride.
It is the responsibility to cater to multiple constituencies.
Almost 40 seats of the Lok Sabha viewers swung away from the BJP in Uttar Pradesh alone. We are not even looking at Bihar right now. And we are now expected to believe that those people were conned. And it's okay. The Congress doesn't think of them and their welfare. They just wanted their votes to fix Modi, and now they've dumped them at the altar of political accommodation, political interests. That's what we're expected to believe, Dr. Raman. How?
You are not expected to believe that at all, because that is not factual. Look,
you yourself said they don't care about the North because they're a South Indian party now.
No, I never said that. I said, yes, they have to cater to their base in the South. That does not mean neglecting. Look, you take the Kaveri issue. Karnataka Congress is strongly on the side of Karnataka. Tamil Nadu Congress is strongly on the side of Tamil Nadu. That is the same in every interstate
Okay,
issue.
viewers,
that
let
there
me
is.
tell you. There is a con, massive con, and these political parties are only in it for themselves. This India bloc is playing once again this dangerous game of parochial politics, viewers. First it was dividing Indians along caste, now it's language, and of course, viewers, it's north to south now. We must treat every person, according to the Congress that sits in Tamil Nadu in the north, as 1/4 of a person in the south. How shocking is that, viewers? Think about that. Think about that. I want to move on because, viewers, we have another very interesting story. And again, this is riddled with hypocrisy. And this time it comes from another southern state, and it's Karnataka. Now, for quite some time, even before the Lok Sabha elections, Prime Minister Modi has been warning voters, especially OBC, Dalit and tribals, that the Congress party plans to shave off significant chunks of the quota reserved for them and hand it to the Muslims because the Congress believes in prioritizing Muslim interests. The Congress party has always hit back at the BJP, accusing it of cooking up stories to villainize Muslims and consolidate its own Hindu base. You know the responses. But now the BJP has cited a CNN News 18 exclusive report to accuse the Congress of putting Muslims first, even in the grant of Sarkari public work contracts. Viewers, Harish Upadhyay, our bureau chief in Bengaluru, has accessed a draft bill prepared by the Karnataka government to reserve a proportion of government contracts awarded for public works for Muslim contractors. So basically, if, viewers, there are 10 projects to build 10 roads, 4% of those projects will be reserved for Muslims. Viewers, these are some of the facts. They will be introducing this 4% Muslim quota in government contracts very soon. The amendment to Karnataka Transparency in Public Procurement Act needs to be made. The amendment to insert Category 2B, allowing reservations for Muslims. Category 2B shall mean backward classes without the income criteria. So viewers, even rich Muslims who are backwards will get this quota. It makes a mockery, viewers, of social justice in that sense. Even the creamy layer will benefit. The amendment opens Muslim quota in contracts and tenders up to 1 crore. The draft legislation likely to be moved during ongoing budget session. And we are being told that the cabinet will clear it and introduce it in the next few days. The policy to hand out quotas to Muslim contractors in bids for public works has been taking shape over the last 1 year, viewers. August 24, 2024, Congress's Muslim MLAs and MLCs signed a petition for contract quota to economic, ally and socially backward Muslims. Petition for Muslim quota and contracts was spearheaded by Siddaramaia's political secretary Y. Nasir Ahmed. In August 31, 2024, just about a week later, last year, Chief Minister Siddaramaiya asked the file to be put up and signed on the request letter. October 2024, so about 3 months later, viewers, the note prepared by Finance Department to amend Section 6 of the Karnataka Transparency in Public Procurement Act is prepared. KTPP amendment note drafted to include Muslims under Category 2B for reservation in contracts, and now, viewers, after this period of time has elapsed, this is going to come up in their state assembly where the amendment will be moved, it will be passed because Congress has the numbers and this particular quota will be in place. The irony is that by pushing for this proposal, the Congress is going against its own great leaders who were dead against quotas on religious lines. Nehru and Patel were against them because they felt that such quotas would incentivize Hindus to convert to Islam and crucially perpetuate a sense of Muslim separatism. Dr. Ambedkar, the man who was the chairperson of the Constitution's drafting committee, was also opposed, saying that such a quota would make a mockery of the equality principle. In fact, viewers, here are the hard facts, and I always bring you the hard facts so you can get closer to the truth, viewers. This is Nehru's letter. 2 chief ministers on reservation along religious lines. And this was written on June 27, 1961. If we go in for reservations on communal and caste basis, we swamp the bright and able people and remain second class or third rate. I am grieved to learn of how far this business of reservation has gone based on communal consideration. It has amazed me to learn that even promotions are based sometimes on communal and caste considerations. This way lies not folly but disaster. It was disastrous, viewers, in Nehru's views. Sardar Patel was dead against for exactly the same reason, viewers. He says, and he was the head of that advisory committee that shot this idea down in 1947. It was no longer appropriate in the context of free India and present conditions that there should be reservations of seats for Muslims, Christians, Sikhs or any religious minority. Viewers, he says that it was felt that going ahead on this line would lead to a certain degree of separatism that was contrary to the conception of secular democratic state. Viewers, all of these, Ambedkar also, viewers, in the Constituent Assembly, 30th November 1948, we've completely thrown the wise counsel of all these great leaders out of the window, especially the Congress, prompting several questions. Has the Congress codified its stated Muslim first approach to governance in law now? And does the proposed Karnataka Muslim quota law establish that Congress is legalizing anti-Hindu bias? Let's open this up. Let's ask specific questions tonight, viewers, because as you know, we always pose the sharpest questions on this show. And I want to begin with T.R. Prasad Gowda, leader of the Congress, and Abdul Razak Khan. So, Mr. Gowda, let me ask you, sir. Has the Congress party now decided to legalize anti-Hindu bias? Is that what is happening?
No, I am sorry to listen your words. We are not anti-Hindu. It is. I will not take up this kind of words. Congress party is a party of all the religions. The only party in India who take everybody along is Congress party, who belongs to all the community, whether he belongs to Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Parsi, whoever it is, Dalit, all the party. Our party is a believer of taking everybody along and keeping everybody's interest alive. Everybody should be equal. On that constitutional basis, our party is running. It is not anti-Hindu or anti. It's not that. Please do not float that kind of words to Congress party. Congress party is a party of generosity. It is a party of a common people.
Yes, generosity, so sir. That begins and ends with Muslims, because Dr. Manmohan Singh said it himself. He said that the rights to all India's resources go to Muslims first. Not right, sir? Am I wrong?
That is the community.
No, have I misquoted?
Please listen to me.
No, I'm asking you, have I misquoted the former Prime Minister of India? Did he not say this?
No,
that Muslims have a first right on India's resources. Did he not say this? What was the context?
Sir, what context he made, and now...
What is the context, Mr. Gowda? Tell me, what is the context? What is the context? You tell me.
During the beginning of your...
Mr. Gowda, you tell me, what was the context?
Debate itself...
Manmohan Singh ji, when he made this comment, what was his context? Can you explain to me?
Sir, I am telling you whatever his comment may be, but I am telling you our Congress party stand for the country.
Sir, that was the Congress party stand. He was the Prime Minister of the alliance, the UP alliance. He was the leading light of the Congress party. He just passed away with full state honours.
Congress party is for everybody.
If it is for everybody, why did Dr. Manmohan Singh make that statement? I'm asking you, why did Dr. Manmohan Singh make that statement if it's for everybody? And why is it that the Congress party is now codifying that into law?
That was because of the
And
Sachar
I am
committee
opposing
report.
your word.
After that,
the
when
beginning
Manmohan
of
Singh
your
felt that
debate itself, you
Muslims are
said
very-
anti-Hindu.
One at a time.
We are not for that.
Okay,
we are
he's
for
not,
everybody.
they are saying that
We are
I'm
not
only
for-
asking a
we
question,
are-
sir. I'm not accusing anybody. It's for you to defend, the viewer to judge. So I only put out a question because had this been
Yes,
the
of
reverse,
course.
viewers, had supposing the BJP come out with a formulation like this, saying that Hindus 4% will get quota in the formulation of government contracts, how do you think the political establishment would have
Sir,
reacted,
they are already
viewers?
getting 43%.
Yes, one second.
Rahul ji, they are
Yes,
already
yes,
getting
I'll
43%.
get
Nobody has
Surbi
objected till
Hodikere
date.
to respond. Surbi, respond to both the
43%
gentlemen.
is
Mr.
what
Khan.
Hindus are getting.
Okay, Mr. Khan, I'll come to you, please. 30 seconds. I'll come to you. Ms. Hodikere, could you respond?
Rahul, I want to rephrase one of the famous quotes from George Orwell. He says that all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than the other. Rephrasing that in India, for the Congress party, everybody is equal, but some people are more equal than others. There is no question on who, which community they like to pander to. That was
Now
very.
you are comparing Muslims to animals, madam?
I knew you would
Madam,
say
you are
this.
comparing Muslims to animals. What is the phrase? How does it fit here?
Have some intellectual capability.
What is the logic? What is the comparison?
It's by George Orwell. I'm happy to send
What
you
is the
that book.
comparison? Animals and Muslims?
Arey, sir, please don't make this, don't trivialize this debate.
अरे
These
सर
are-
एनिमल्स को मुस्लिम के साथ
She's
compare
not
करने के
comparing
लिए
animals, she's talking about George Orwell's book, for God's
Then what did
sake.
she say?
What did she say? The book is called Animal
Whatever
Farm.
it is, does that fit here?
No, listen,
Does that
I am not
phrase
getting
fit
into
here,
all of
Rahul
this.
ji?
We cannot be extrapolating. What is your problem? What is it, Surbi Hodikere? I didn't
Let her give
completely
some other
hear you. Please
example.
repeat what you said. Let me judge.
I mentioned a quote that was from the book Animal Farm by George Orwell, which is a classic novel. It says that some animals are more equal than others. It is a commentary on communism. It is a commentary on what we can understand today as vote bank politics. It is not referring to
Okay,
any.
viewers, let me rephrase since many people will get upset tonight because the BJP is using a phrase from George Orwell's book and they will think it's a surreal abuse. Let me say, let's just put it like that, that some people are more equal than others. Surbi
Absolutely.
Hodikere, I'm sure you can live with that. Let's get on with this debate. Some people are more equal than others. Rajat Sethi also joins the broadcast. We thought we nearly lost him there. Yes. Go ahead, Surbi Hodikere. Make your point.
Offended anybody, but the point, as you said, Rahul, was that yes, some people are more equal than the others in the eyes of the Congress party, and unfortunately, a Congress party government here, which is in power, caters to zero development, does not provide anything for anybody in this state, and yet has the audacity to come up with these sort of laws every now and then. Tell me, why is it that minorities equals Muslims? Have you given special reservation to contracts to other communities as well within the minority group? And on what basis are you providing this reservation? Is there any study to prove that there is backwardness amongst contractors within the Muslim community? What is the basis? Instead, what the Congress party does is that it constantly panders to the the minority Muslim community here, whether letting off culprits in the Mysore riots or by calling people brothers who have been accused in the cooker blast in Mangaluru. That is what we are very clearly seeing. So, Rahul, I asked the question back to the Congress leader, on what basis, he did not answer the question, on what basis, sir, have you determined that this reservation is required? Please tell the people of the state, a state that you have...
Mr. Razak, could you respond? Is every contractor bidding for a contract a backward person? In fact, viewers, this particular amendment removes that criteria completely. It opens it up for every Muslim irrespective of their backwardness. Why, sir? And what about Sikhs? What about Christians?
Rahul, what is
What
the
about
problem with the
Parsis?
BJP? I fail to understand.
No, what do you
I
mean?
fail to
You
understand
explain
what
to
is
me,
the
answer
problem
the
with the
questions.
BJP now.
I'm
If
asking you.
everything is
I'm
appeasement.
asking you. Mr. Khan, a simple, straightforward question. Do minorities only equal Muslims in the Congress viewpoint? What about Sikhs? What about Christians? There are none in the state of Karnataka. Let me tell you the numbers.
Karnataka government is already giving 43% of reservation for other backward classes.
Are they giving this particular
Now what you
quota?
are
Are they
asking
giving
is
this quota to
4%.
minorities or only Muslims?
Sir,
Isn't
this
it
is
only
not
Muslims?
for government jobs. This is not for education.
Okay.
This is not the reservation that we usually discuss.
It's not reservation.
This is only
It is
for
completely a
government
reservation, sir.
tenders.
What
Sir,
is wrong with
reservation
Mr.
for what?
Razak?
Reservation
It's
for
called a
government
quota.
tenders. And that too within 1 crore rupees.
So
For
what?
contracts
There could be
which are
hundreds
less
and
than 1
hundreds and
crore
hundreds
rupees.
and thousands of contracts
Who is
under
set
1
to
crore.
lose what?
Why should this
Why is there
principle
so
be
much
abused? Why should
why is the
religion be
BJP
the
criminal?
criteria? Why should
Who will
religion be
lose
the
what?
criteria?
Rahul ji, by implementing
Why
this
should
bill,
religion be the criteria, sir?
If economically
Why should
weaker
no? If
Muslims
religion should be the criteria, then
If
let me ask you.
economically
No, one
weaker
second. Let's
Muslims
open Rajat Sethi.
get
Let
a
me bring him in.
chance
One
to
second. One
develop
second. One
the-
second. Viewers, if religion is the criteria, and these are the kind of quotas we should get under religions, then why is it, viewers, in Kashmir should Hindus be designated
Pradesh,
minorities and be given quotas? Why is it that in Northeast, Hindus, which are supposedly 1 or 2% in some states, not given quotas and designated minorities? Rajat Sethi, what's been happening? It's not as if the Congress has not been ruling these parts of the country for years and decades altogether.
No, I think it's just so shocking, Rahul, that they're just clutching onto the straws. This is the very last sort of bit of survival tactics that Congress seems to be deploying. I mean, there is absolutely no precedence. They've been trying to bring it in Telangana. Now we see in Karnataka as well. It's just a very scripted sort of a thing for them to latch on to one specific vote bank, nothing more than that. You know, what is sad is all of these experiments are done only to showcase and to dog whistle. Ultimately, none of this sticks into the courts of law. You know that, we know that. You cannot stand this through the scrutiny of the top courts.
But dog whistle against whom?
Go into dog whistle. That's all.
Mr. Sethi, dog whistle against whom? Are you saying Hindus? There is an attempt
Absolutely,
to
there is. So they
discriminate?
have actually agreed or sort of reached to a conclusion that there is one community only which is going to lock, stock and barrel support them. They need not even venture out and sort of monkey balance at all. They have drawn a conclusion largely, and they have been repeating on the same script across South Indian states. Telangana, they tried doing that in Andhra Pradesh. They couldn't do that. They don't have a government there. Even in Tamil Nadu, let me tell you, they are going to bring a similar sort of a thing right around the election. This is sort of the last refuge that Congress party repeatedly tries to bring in.
Let me bring in Mr. Gowda and Mr. Razak. Mr. Razak and Mr. Gowda. Mr. Gowda, you go first. You said it's a party of every denomination. So how is it that Sikhs and Christians are not getting this quota, number one? Number two, most important point. Fundamentally, let me put this across to you, sir. How is it, if you're a party of all, catch-all party, how is it that you're in alliance with the DMK that says that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated? Would you say that about any other community?
Sir, our basic, Rahul ji, our party's basic principle runs on, our party's basic principle itself runs on equality. Equality with everybody, all sorts of people. We are trying to equalize.
Mr. Gowda, is it not a fact, is it not a fact that the Congress party is in alliance with the DMK? The DMK's second senior most leader, Udaynidhi Stalin, came out and said that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated. Do you support this sentence? Should Sanatan Dharma be eradicated?
Let me answer your... First, let me give answer to your first question.
Sir, because your answer is platitudinous. I am asking you now to get specific. Anyone can make a general motherhood statement saying that no, we are so and so. Now I am pointing out examples, sir, where it shows that you have a bias against Hindus. So let me ask you, sir, Mr. Gowda, explain. Do you support Udaynidhi Stalin's statement that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated? Yes or no? Answer. If you are the big tent party.
See, sir, we as it is, we are also Hindus. We born as Hindus, we will die as Hindus. And we love our culture.
I'm asking you to take a position. If you love your faith, if you love your traditions, if you love your country, I'm asking you a simple question. Do you support Udaynidhi Stalin? Do you support Udaynidhi Stalin when he said we want to eradicate Sanatan Dharma because it is like
personal view? That is, I am telling you, that is not Congress party stand. That is Stalin's.
Who supports Stalin? Who supports Stalin?
View.
Who's in alliance with Stalin?
So of course, we are in alliance with everybody.
So it's okay. So is it okay if they abuse? Is it okay if they abuse Hindus? Is it okay, sir, if your leader Udit Raj, let me talk about Udit Raj. Have you heard of Udit Raj, sir?
Sir, he never
Have you heard of
abused
Udit Raj?
Hindus.
He supports Aurangzeb. Do you support Aurangzeb? Mr. Gowda, do you support Aurangzeb?
we never allow that. Our principle is that we never allow anybody to abuse anybody.
Okay.
That is our
Let me
basic
ask
principle.
you, do you support
That is our
Aurangzeb?
basic principle.
Do you support Aurangzeb?
Is he contesting the next election to support him?
Sir,
Do you support? Do you support Aurangzeb? Do you support Aurangzeb?
I'm not getting your.
I know it's difficult. It gets lost. When I'm asking hard, piercing questions, people don't get it. Surbi Hodigere wants to come in. Surbi Hodigere, respond. You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
There
They are
is
saying. You're being Islamophobic, says Mr. Razak.
Mr. Razak can have all sorts of opinions, but the point here is that the Congress government here in Karnataka has been duplicitous in all of its approach, in all of its policy decisions. Whether it is the SE subplan, ST subplan, which is being misused, which is not being used for the rightful cause. Siddaramaiah, who calls himself a Hinda leader, has only concern for one community, not for the backward communities here in Karnataka. Now, this Muslim reservation issue, as Rajat Sethi very rightly pointed out, is something that will never stand the test of law. It is anti-constitution. It is not something that's going to be pushed forth at all. However, there is a need here for every 6 months to pander to a particular community that they've decided they can't live without. Whether the DCM comes out and says that he's born a Hindu, he'll die a Hindu, or whether Mr. Prasad says the same thing on national television, the truth of the matter is that Congress, especially in Karnataka, a government that does zero development, is very, very keen on ensuring that their Muslim vote bank is strong for the years to come. Hence, these sort of decisions that are...
strongly oppose Mr. Rahul.
Yeah.
BJP's, what she's telling.
No, how? Is it a lie? Doesn't Supreme Court, hasn't Supreme Court struck down religion-based quotas? Yes or no, Mr. Gowda?
Sir, but it is being provided in Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh,
it is our
Assam,
basic
Telangana,
duty
Andhra
of a
Pradesh,
government to
Rajasthan.
look after all the communities in a normal way, and in a equality should be given to
Sir,
all the
reservations are
communities.
being given in BJP
We are working
states.
on that.
Surbi Hodigere.
We are
Quick
working
response.
on that.
Exactly that.
Not
Are
a
there no
single-
other
not
minorities,
any
Prasad
single-
sir? Are there no
any
other
single
minorities?
community.
The Jain contractors not have the same right to reservation then?
We are for everybody. I am keep telling
not have
from the
the
day
same
one.
right
We are for
Rajat
everybody,
Rajat
not
Sethi
for
wants to
anyone.
come in.
How have
Rajat Sethi, how do you respond to Mr. Gowda? We are a catch-all party. He keeps saying we are a catch-all party. These are these motherhood statements. But let me tell you, viewers, Place of Worship Act, 1991. Clear betrayal of everyone who is a non-Muslim in this country. Rajat Sethi, go ahead. Waqf Act.
See, you can absolutely, Rahul, you can go on and on. There are enough regulations which have pandered exclusively to one community, because the formulation that Congress sort of sustained all these decades into power has been the loyalty of one community. Now that loyalty is being called into question because this Muslim community has also understood that Congress does this repeatedly, and they have deliberately kept them and cornered them in the path to development, never allowed them to go and join the mainstream. Now, these are sort of the last ditch attempts for them to polarize them right before the elections, or, do that build-up exercise just so that you can win that. And they very well know that if it is consolidated, doesn't get split into JDS votes and the Congress votes, they stand a chance. It's cheap politics at the hilt. And this is what Congress wants to hogwash it. It cannot be hogwash, sir. You've repeated this sin so many times. How many times will you clean up your sins, sir? You cannot clean it, sir.
Uttar Pradesh, Assam,
Again, on Gujarat
Rajasthan,
question,
Tamil Nadu.
look at Supreme Court's judgment on
What
the
about
Gujarat.
BJP? Is that appeasement then?
Mr. Razak, please have some
Sir,
sense.
sir,
Don't you even
BJP
read
would
before you
take
come
up
to
any
this
reservation.
particular debate? Let me set this right, viewers. The context is the following. And this is why what the Karnataka government is doing could be legally fraught. The quotas that Mr. Razak Khan is talking about in Gujarat, etc., are based on backwardness. This particular, viewers, this particular quota, from what our correspondent is telling us, is not based on backwardness. It is based on religion.
But it is set aside for minorities.
One second, please
economically
make a
weaker
distinction,
Muslims.
Mr. Razak. Have some sense, please. आप थोड़ा तो पढ़ के आइए. I'll send you the citation of the Supreme Court. One second,
How do
viewers.
you come to the conclusion then when other states can do it is not appeasement? But here in Karnataka, if they
Mr.
do it, it's
Razak,
appeasement.
do you
How
not
do we
even
come to a-
understand basic law? I don't think you understand it. There is a criteria. Backward castes must be reserved. You can have reservations for backward castes cutting across religions, as long as those people are identified as backward castes. But in this case, the amendment will be moved to 1 minute, sir, please. Mr. Razak, please. Mr. Razak, please don't just push a point because you want to make a point. Please base it on some sense. Please base it on some sense.
Sir, it's a small trivial issue.
Okay, viewers, it's
How
not a
many
trivial issue.
contractors,
This is
of
a
which how many
massive
Muslims?
issue,
What is
viewers.
4%?
Don't allow these
It
people
is
to
not the financial
trivialize
value.
this issue.
It
This
is
is not
for
a
the
trivial issue.
contract.
This is a matter of principle. This is a slippery slope,
It's a very
viewers,
small issue,
towards
sir.
disenfranchising a large number of communities in this country by pushing the interests of one community. This is about pitting one set of Indians against another set of Indians on the basis of their religion, the original fault line in most societies. This is a very dangerous trend. It has led to the partition of this country. This is a two-nation mindset. This is separatism, viewers, through the legal door. And this is very serious. This is what the Congress is doing. I leave it at this, viewers, for you to judge and for the Congress to respond. Palki Sharma with the Vantage.
Presented by
I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense. With no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. $2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Hello,
Namaskar. This is First Post and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. After the Friday fiasco comes the stunning U-turn. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky now wants to sue for peace. He also wants to sign the minerals deal with America. So what led to this turnaround? Was it the US pausing military aid to Kiev? And what's the response in Washington and Moscow? We'll tell you all about it. Also about Donald Trump's big speech at the US Congress, the longest in American history and arguably the most dramatic.